to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Guys?
The Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will have the opening possession of the game. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Handoff from Alton. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
They punted away on fourth down. All the way back to the 15. He's got great speed. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Michigan's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Andrew Marsh. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft, perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Blitnikoff Awards. The tradition of the position of receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Wolverines will have it first and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Marshall. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the Wolverines come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front seven, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in the run game, and they got gashed there.
They run the reverse. And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Nice grab in traffic. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. You saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Marshall. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
That's caught. It's Marsh. And into the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines!
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offense coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score on this next possession.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Got enough for the 1st. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Iowa! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's in open space downfield. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab, it's Marsh. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense set on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Underwood. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Underwood. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Give running right, it's Malton. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. Throwing, Underwood. Got his man. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Finds his man, it's Buchanan. Snags it, and there's running room. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Here's Underwood to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted deep in his own end. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Looking to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Lets it fly deep downfield. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with Colorado taking on the Baylor Bears. And it's the home team engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside Conference USA. Now over to your game inside the Big House. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Michigan coach at the half. Listen, things have not been going right lately, but they have found some momentum here in this ballgame. He said, I know we've got a lot of clock left, a lot of game left, but it all starts right now to continue to believe. They get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see if they take that first half momentum into the third. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the run. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Got his man in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Underwood. That's caught. It's Marsh. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. It's complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
And the Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, he almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Michigan!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Firing to the right, complete. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Because the QB anticipated that curl route so well, he got it to his receiver early against zone coverage. He had space to work with. After he caught the ball, he was able to make a guy miss, move the chains.
Finds his big tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. And the Hawkeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Kamari again. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And his passing game, they can't get in sync, man. They can't get in rhythm. It seems like all game it's been a struggle. Nice job by the defense, dropping back, breaking on the football, but this offense has to find their rhythm somehow, some way.
The accuracy is perfect, the loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Hawkeye! A pick six!
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that. Going deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. It's complete on the right side. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Headed into the final period, both of these backs have been strong so far and looking to be able to finish. Comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Running inside. It's Marshall. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside give. Maybe some room here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of the...
Turning it on! The 40! The 30! He's at the 10. Into the house! Touchdown, Iowa! The Hawkeyes with the get back.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. The give from the gun. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They'll run it from the gun. He breaks a tackle. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just hammering it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. Coming out with it, it's Jones. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Iowa sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football.
Might have a chance. Picks up the 1st down. The tag! It's a fumble on the play. The ball goes out of bounds through the end zone. It'll be a touchback and a turnover for this offense. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.